Good day everyone, and welcome to the Transport for Sydney Vlogs channel. In this video, I'll be exploring one of the new Sydney Metro stations. Today, I'm at Martin Place and going to start off at Martin Place Metro North. So here, on the north side of Martin Place Metro Station, you've got a few entrances. I'm currently standing on the corner of Hunter Street and Castlereagh Street, with Hunter Street on the left here and Castlereagh Street on the right. So here at Martin Place Metro North, you also have an entrance on the corner of Hunter and Elizabeth Street. However, the level I'm on right now is in line with Castlereagh Street. So there are stairs connecting Castlereagh Street with Elizabeth Street, or you also have step-free access via the two lifts in the distance there. And the usual Sydney Metro features, so you've got an emergency help point, next service displays, a map of the station area, and a couple of benches. And here at Martin Place Metro North, you also got this Mobius artwork here, which I think is called Continuum. And there's some information about it on the wall on the Castlereagh Street side. Just show you guys that. Correction, it's not by Mobius, it's by Michaela Dwyer. So yeah, feel free to have a read if you want. If you do want to read, pause this video and resume once you have finished. You can also enter the station via another exit off Elizabeth Street. Those set of stairs will take you up to the lobby level for the overstation development here, which is known as 1 Elizabeth. From street level, you get quite an amazing view down to the platform level, which is on the very bottom there. The middle level, which is where I'm about to go to, is the Concourse level. So yeah, quite a spectacular view looking down, as well as looking up, which we'll see later on. So I'll now make my way down to the Concourse level. And as we are about to see now, there is also another level in between street level and the Concourse, and I think that's for cyclists, and also contains lockers. They've got a couple of bicycle storage rooms there for people who do wish to ride to and from work. So I'm now at Concourse level. I'll show you guys around this level before I head down to the platforms. So as you come down the escalators, you can turn left or right. I've just turned right. Quickly want to show you this passageway here. I did cover this passageway in the Martin Place open day video. And yeah, it's quite a nice tunnel to walk through. It does give you a lot of vibes of the Vivid Festival here in Sydney, with all the lights, the music, and the different projections that you can see. So this tunnel takes you to the other side of Martin Place metro station, which is known as Martin Place Metro South. I won't walk through it as I did cover this again in my open day video, but later on in this video I will show you guys where the end of this tunnel comes out exactly. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, as you come down the escalators, you can either make a left turn or a right turn to walk to the other side, which is where the opal gates are. So on this level, you'll notice several retail spaces. Doesn't look like they've been occupied yet. But yeah, hopefully very soon or within the coming months, we'll start seeing these spaces become occupied by retail outlets, maybe coffee shops or convenience stores, and maybe a few other stores as well, which may come in handy. So yeah, all retail spaces along the side as you walk around to where the opal gates are. And you'll notice on this side of the level, you also see more retail spaces. Also, the two lifts that we saw earlier, the one that connects Elizabeth Street with the entrance exit level on Castlereagh Street, those two lifts also come down to this concourse level here as well. So regardless of whether you are coming from the Elizabeth Street or the Castlereagh Street end, there is step-free access between those levels and the concourse here. So just tapped on. To get down to the platforms, you can either take these two lifts here or you can take the two escalators. The escalators on the left take you down, whereas the escalators on the right take you up. So I'll go down to the platforms now. I'll take the escalator closest to the middle. So something unique about this entrance and this side of Martin Place Metro is that you can basically see natural light all the way down here at platform level, which is quite nice, and thus bringing natural light into the platform area on this side. So as you come down the escalators, you've got this large open area here. And around the corner from the escalators is where the two lifts come down to. So you can basically see up from here all the way up to street level. So what I'll do now is I'll do a walk along one of the platforms. I'll start off at platform number 3, which is the southbound platform for services to Central and Sydenham. I'll just take you around to this end of the platform level. In here you've got a couple of benches, an emergency help point, and next service displays for both Sydney Metro and Sydney trains. So I'll do a walk along the full length. So I'll start off from as far as I can. In the future, once the Hunter Street metro station opens in the early 2030s, this little area here will be demolished and we'll make a way for a walkway which will connect the Martin Place metro platforms with the Hunter Street metro station. See, that's currently a plan and will likely happen. See, that will be quite interesting actually, because you'll be able to walk from Martin Place to Hunter Street and even Wynyard, all underground.
Train was opening. Train was closing.
So you'll notice as we walk to the other end of platform 3 that there are several passageways that connect each of the platforms with the arrivals hall. The arrivals hall here at Martin Place is basically just a term that refers to the middle section at platform level here. So as we came down the escalators, that whole area there was part of the arrivals hall, and then from there are several passageways which branch off to both platforms. Just like all the other platforms on the Sydney Metro network, I'm pretty sure this one is 170 meters long, which is long enough to hold a 6-car metro train. And if need be in the future, it'll also be long enough to hold possibly even an 8-car metro train. Definitely would be long enough to hold a 7-car metro train, I'm sure. And yeah, I think it could be long enough to hold 8 cars if the future demands for it. So again, you've got another passageway. You can see all the way down to the Northbound platform. Then you got the arrivals hall there in the middle. I will cover the full length of the arrivals hall later on in this video. But what I plan to do is veer into the walkway which will take you to the Sydney Trains platforms which service the eastern suburbs and Illawarra line. And that passageway is just to the left here. And then I'll come back and do the walk along platform 4, and I'll walk back down the arrivals hall before eventually ending up at Martin Place Metro South. So if you look in that direction, you can see the arrivals hall continuing to where Martin Place Metro North is, and that's where I came down the escalators earlier on. On the underside of these escalators here, which take you up to the south side of Martin Place Metro Station, you can see a few pits, again, a couple for Sydney Metro and a few for Sydney Trains. So this passageway is the passageway which takes you to the Sydney Trains platforms, which I referred to a moment ago. So yeah, basically on the south side of the arrivals hall becomes the passageway to the T4 line platforms. So I'll quickly take you guys there now. Got a lift there, which connects this level with the level that leads you to the T4 platforms. So it's, yeah, provides step-free access for those that need it. See, all this that you'll be seeing in this video, I did cover in my Martin Place open day video, but again, obviously feels much different now that the line has officially opened. And obviously there's much more people now. So as you come up the escalators, you can already see the Sydney Trains platforms and the existing Martin Place station. Martin Place train station opened up in 1979. So this year marks 45 years now that the existing Martin Place station has been open for.
First stop King's Cross, then Edgecliff and Bondi Junction.
So as you come out here, you've got platform 2 on the left, which are for Bondi Junction services, and then on the right are platform 1 for services back towards Central and down the Illawarra towards places such as Hurstville, Sutherland, Cronulla and Waterfall, and even the South Coast as well. So yeah, quite cool now that you can walk from the metro platforms to the Sydney Trains platforms without having to exit the station or tap on or off. And where the entrance starts, you also have a next service display for the metro trains and also a map of the metro line in both directions. So now I'll make my way back to the metro platforms, and next up I'll do the walk along platform 4, which is the northbound platform. It's basically identical to platform 3, so you won't see any differences, if at all. But yeah, why not just do the walk along both platforms, as I do want to cover the full area that is accessible by the public here at Martin Place. So you've got those 3 escalators and the lift taking you to the Sydney Trains platforms. And then from here you just keep on walking up the ramp, and then we'll be back in the metro station. The passageway on the right here takes you to a few lifts which will connect the platform level with the concourse level on the south side. So as you come out from the passageway from the Sydney Trains platforms, if you turn left, you've got platform 4, and obviously the other direction will take you to the other platform. So yeah, as I said just a moment ago, I'll now do a walk along platform 4. On the end of each platform, you'll have some back of house rooms which are not accessible by the public.
Please keep your personal belongings with you at all times. If you see unattended items, please do not touch them and notify Metro staff immediately. doors opening. Train doors closing.
It was good to get a train off both platforms. Next passageway. You've got the final passageway. So there's 6 passageways in total, connecting both platforms to the arrivals hall. And basically where we were earlier, again, wrong way. This section of wall here will be demolished and will make way for the pedestrian link, which will connect with the Hunter Street metro station. So yeah, we're now back at this spot. I'll now do a walk along the arrivals hall from north to south. So here are the destination display screens we saw earlier, and the 2 lifts which connect the platform level with the concourse level on the north side. Beige-colored walls that you see throughout the platform level here. I'm pretty sure they are made of glass reinforced concrete, which is the same material that was used for the walls that you see throughout Central Walk. You also notice some different colors on the ceiling, colored strips. The red indicates that you're facing inland towards the CBD, And if you look in the opposite way, you'll see the color changes to like a sea green or a teal color, and that indicates that you're facing the harbor. So quite a nice illustration to help you understand what direction you're actually facing, as when you're underground here it is quite easy I guess to lose your bearings. So you're now heading up these bank of 4 escalators. This will take us to the Concourse level at Martin Place Metro South. So you currently got 2 in the upwards direction, and you got 2 in the downwards direction. Gates here on this side. When you come up the escalators, if you look left, you'll see the corridor for the toilets and the 2 lifts that we saw earlier on when we came back from the Sydney Trains platforms. So those 2 lifts take you up to this area here. Then you've got the lollipop signs for both metro and trains. Tap off now. Well, it just tapped off. Before I make my way back up to street level, we'll take a right turn, as on this other side of the Opal gates are these 2 escalators and a lift here, which will take you down to where the tunnel is. This is basically the other end of the tunnel that we saw when we were on the Hunter Street side. So yeah, as you come down these 2 escalators here, you can now see the tunnel, basically the other end of this tunnel that we saw earlier. So yeah, you can walk from Hunter Street all the way to this side without having to tap on or off. I should say without having to tap on. So I'll go back up now. So this tunnel is definitely handy. Allows for an easy and convenient connection from one side of Martin Place to the other. Now back on the Concourse level here at Martin Place Metro South, and you got here more retail spaces which will hopefully become occupied in the coming months, with coffee shops, convenience store, or maybe other types of stores which might come in handy for commuters. If you walk past the escalators, you'll see 2 lifts here. These 2 lifts will provide step-free access between this level and street level. And as we will see very shortly, these 2 lifts will connect with both Elizabeth Street and Castlereagh Street, which on this side are also on different levels. Elizabeth Street is on a slope, whereas Castlereagh Street is slightly lower. So yeah, the lifts do provide step-free access for people coming from both sides. So you've got the Opal gates there again. A couple of pits showing next service displays. And I'll now take the 2 escalators. Again, between street level and concourse level on Martin Place Metro South, you also have an intermediate level you have to go through. So you've got the 2 lifts here. Got a couple more toilets in that corridor down there. And as we turn left and walk around, you'll see more retail spaces. So yeah, still very early days into the opening of the Sydney Metro City Line. We are approaching now 4 weeks in. We are currently roughly 3 weeks into the opening now. And yeah, it doesn't look like any of the retail spaces here at Martin Place have been occupied just yet. Got another flight of escalators which connects the intermediate level with street level here. So we are now at the entrance for Martin Place Metro South, and at this entrance you also got another little piece of artwork here, which is quite lovely to see. So yeah, do check this artwork out if you happen to be in the area. So just like we saw at Martin Place Metro North, you got stairs connecting the Elizabeth Street side with the Castlereagh Street side, which is the level I'm on. Or then you also have 2 lifts providing step-free access between these 2 levels, and those are the 2 lifts which will take you down to the intermediate level and the concourse level. So more next service displays for both Sydney Metro and Sydney trains. And if you look up, you also got more pieces of sculpture as well. So that's the walkthrough for Martin Place Metro Station and all the areas which are accessible by the public. That's all there is to cover in this video, so I'm going to wrap this one up now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like and favorite this video, and I will see you next time.